Hello, everyone. Good morning. I think you're
Good
muted.
morning.
There we go. Hello. Oh, you're just quiet. So,
Yeah.
we're a little early. We're 5 minutes before the start of the Japanese stream, but welcome to our first ever stream for Final Fantasy
Welcome.
VII, The First Soldier. So, just giving you a little heads up of how the stream is going to go. So this is going to be, we're going to be restreaming the Japanese live stream over there, and they're going to start in about 5 minutes. The way it's going to work is we're not going to be doing like a direct live translation of the whole thing. We have a lot of points to cover, like we have the script translated and everything. So we're going to cover those points, and I'll do my best to catch anything they go whenever they go off script. But so yeah, we're going to be reacting as well. But yeah, we have a lot of points to cover about the game. And any other points I'm missing, Glacy? I guess who we
Um,
are. Yes, we're
yeah, who
just
we are. We're
so
just random people
yeah
that are here at 4 a.m.
yeah. My name is Joshua, and down here is Glacy. We're actually community managers for other games at Square Enix, but we're going to be commentating on this stream. We're not the community managers for the First
No,
Soldier,
we're not.
but we're just helping out with this stream and giving you guys the information that they're going to be presenting in the Japanese stream. Yeah. See, I told you that wouldn't take 10 minutes.
I know, right? No, let's
so,
just chat.
so now we
Good
get to
morning.
interact with chat for the next 4 minutes before we get started. So, how is
Yeah.
everyone doing? It's 4 a.m.
It's,
for us.
I'm
Uh,
totally not. I'm here. I'm awake. Not. This isn't coffee. This is water.
yeah, no, it's awkward silence. Hold on, I can throw some music on real quick. The music you guys were listening to before. Just give me a second.
So yeah, there will be some gameplay clips. There'll be some fun stuff for you
Oh,
guys to
yeah.
get your little first sneak peek into Final Fantasy VII, the first soldier. Um, Joshua did mention that it is 4 a.m. Please forget, I can't get as animated as I normally can because I have neighbors. So it's not that I'm not excited. It's just I would like to be courteous to my neighbors. So I know normally I would get a lot louder than this, but yeah. I am excited to see this with you guys because there are some stuff that they'll be showing that I tried not to look at so I can experience it live with you guys. Just because it's so crazy, like you play battle royale games, especially like I've personally played a few, mostly just I am not sleepy at all, I swear. So yeah, so it's thrilling to actually see something in a setting that I'm a little more familiar with, and that I explored. As I'm sure you guys have all explored various aspects of Seven, either in Crisis Core or I should say the Final Fantasy VII setting, whether it's Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, or if you recently played Final Fantasy VII Remake. This is simply going to be a new way to experience one of the best Final Fantasy settings. I don't know if I just damned myself by saying that, by choosing a side, but
No, that,
Seven
that
is
was
a
a
good
good.
game.
That was a great overview. Yeah, there's a lot to, the whole lore of FF7, and this is just adding on to it, adding more complexity to the things. So
Oops.
I'm seeing a lot of people in chat asking questions. So that's another thing, another disclaimer I should give. This is not going to be a Q&A because
Yeah.
one, we don't have the answers, and two, we kind of have to follow our script and just kind of get the points across to you. But I will be reading your comments throughout the stream and passing along like any burning questions that may be popping up. No guarantees, of course, that those will be answered at a later time, but we are, of course, reading your comments.
Grinding. Hey, me too. I mean, I'm not going to show it, but I also am playing Romancing Saga Reuniverse. So good. I'm glad there's a Reuniverse fan in here. We can play together. Um, yeah, but once, Final Fantasy VII First Soldier comes out, we'll all be playing that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, we've been playing like, pre-release builds, and I've played it a couple times, and I personally found it was really fun. I'm not gonna sell it anymore because I know you guys are gonna accuse me of shilling, but I personally enjoyed it.
that's what we're doing. Um, Easy question. Estimated length of stream? It should be about an hour and a
And a
half
half or so?
minimum,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So we're gonna it's a nice lengthy stream.
Mm-hmm.
Half hype, half cozy because obviously we can't be too loud. But yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah. The thing about live streams is there's a script, but you can always go off the script,
Yeah.
and that's what we're gonna do our best to do ad hoc for you guys, but there's a lot of points to cover.
I don't use scripts. I'm always improving.
So the Japanese stream should be starting in just a moment.
Yay.
And so then they're going to be introducing themselves and also give an overview of what the stream will cover.
Yeah, so it'll be there. Like, if you guys are interested in just tuning into the Japanese stream, you're free to do so, but it's going to be on the screen for you guys there, so.
Yeah. So the other point I was going to mention is, so when they show, like, so they're going to be showing some gameplay footage. There's also going to be some slides, some PowerPoint slides in Japanese. I'm going to throw the English versions of them on the screen for you guys to the best of my ability in time with them. But yeah, I'll try to keep up with them.
We will. I mean, if anything, we might take a whole new route. This is the English stream after all. We can blossom it.
I like that comment. Whose stream is it anyway? An improv stream where everything's made up and the points don't matter. They do matter though.
Yeah,
they do matter.
We're gonna be scoring all of you guys at the end, so make sure you pay attention.
Waiting on them to go live.
Yeah, we've got this.
Apologies for the wait. It should be starting soon, hopefully.
Sorry, guys. Just let us know. What games are you playing right now? What are you doing in this lovely?
And who else is up at 4 a.m.? I want to know who else here is on the West Coast with me.
Yeah, West Coast. I was gonna say the Best Coast, but I appreciate the East Coast, so I won't start a war right now.
I was gonna say like the West Coast, the East Coast, the Beast Coast.
I thought you said West.
Some people up playing Resident Evil Village at this time.
Yeah, I was hoping to play that this weekend, but I have such a massive backlog that I don't think I will.
Okay. Oh, and they're starting with a clip. So I'm gonna mute us for a second.
I'm so happy.
Alright, so we're starting with the first official stream for Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier. So now they're announcing that this is going to be the mobile battle royale releasing in 2021. This is stream number 0 because we're still, it's just the first ever one, and they started with 0. And so then at the very end of the stream, there's going to be a little new information for Final Fantasy VII Integrate, so we hope that you'll stick around until the very end. Oh, and the name that just popped up there, his name is Taiga Kishi, and he is going to be the caster. And this is one of our gamer talents. This is Kasumi Ashizawa. She's just saying that she's played Final Fantasy VII many times.
セブンをすごい爆速でクリアしてきました。
お、いいですね。何周目ですか。
そう、わかんないですね。子供の頃から考える
I
と。
want that pin so
She's
bad.
asking how many times.
はい、愛してくださっている芦澤さんです。よろしくお願いしま
よろしくお願いします。
Like, where do we send in the submission for that pin? It's pretty legit.
市川翔一さんです。
はい。
And so then this is the producer, Shoichi Ichikawa, or the producer of Final Fantasy VII, the first soldier,
はい。
Shoichi Ichikawa-san.
さらには天の声としてご出演いただくファイナルファンタ
Introducing the voice of God here.
クリエイティブディレクター野村哲也さんです。
Creative director, Tetsuya Nomura.
Yay.
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
あ、すみません、一つ
はい
先に言っておくとですね、
はい。
今日の最後、インターグレードの
Oh man, I wish how it could be as animated as they are right now.
おお。
今のうちに
The
皆さん見てる方
creator.
伝えといてください。
拡散をよろしくお願いします。
ちなみに我
拡散
々
をしておいてくださ
リハーサルでも見てないです。
見てない
い。そうですね。
見たいですね。
はい。
So now we're going to start.
おお。
はい。
お
お願いします。
楽しみにしております。
Alright.
ーはい。
Time
という
to
ことで
review
ね、芦澤さんもう始まりますよ。
So just saying that some people were surprised that it's being a
のことも
battle
すごい気になるんですけ
royale.
ど、まずはファイナルファンタジー7のバトロワ
Oh,
という
there's
こ
gonna
と
be
で
a
すごいバトロワってこ
a
とで
final trailer at the end for
Asking how
Integrate.
does the battle royale fit into Final Fantasy
そうです
VII?
ね。はい。まあまずはちょっといいところをコメントいただきまし
Listen,
た。
if you're gonna be the voice of God, you dress up in your
バトロワなの
pajamas.
かっていうところはですね。
I'm
せっか
not
くですので
speaking from
野村さんの
experience
方
or
から
anything.
説明いただければと思います。野村さんよろしくお願いします。
はい。これけどセブンでバトルをやりたいって言い出したのは市川。
そうなんだ。
君は台本にないですからねこれ。はい。
君が言い出したことな
Are
の。
you be,
What are you doing?
Joshua, you might
Forward
be a
to
little quiet.
getting some information on the what? I'm sorry, what?
そうです。
You might be a little quiet.
I might be a little quiet. No, I should be fine. I was just probably mumbling to myself. He'll
Okay.
yeah, Nomura-san will explain why there's a battle royale in FF7,
設定は
but Nomura is saying that it was Ichikawa-san's idea.
30
Nice.
年前に組織されたというか計画が始まった
Yeah, guys, live translating. Make sure to give Joshua props after this is done.
まあをこう神羅がそれを組織していくというところが30年前で、このファーストソルジャーはそこから10年ぐらい経ってる。
そうですね。はい。少し経って。
Okay, so now this is going to be the agenda for today.
なるほど。
形です。
Waiting for it to show up on my screen because I have two streams going on right now and I'm waiting to catch up.
It's not chaotic at all.
こちらです。
There we go.
本日のお品書きです。まず一つ
So
目
this is going to be the agenda for today.
二つ目
So first is going to be talking about what makes a battle royale, and this point is not only like I'm sure many people here know what a battle royale is, but we're also going to be talking about what makes Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier different from those.
となっております。
はい。
Live
さあまずは
gameplay.
一
I'm
番
so
上のバトルロイヤル
excited.
とはというところを見ていきましょ
はい。
う。はい。
バトルロイヤルゲーム。
And then they're also going to be showing live gameplay afterwards. And there's going to be some new information for Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier. And at the very end, a little new info for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
本当に簡単で
And then now,
最後まで生き残ったプレイヤーもしくはチームが
so first they're going to be talking about what makes a battle royale.
チームということってことは
What
これ
is?
今作にもチームがあ
What
る。
makes a battle
な
royale?
ので最後の一人になるか最後の1位。
Okay, and so those points, or the main point, I guess, is.
そうですね。まあこちらはねタイトルによって
It's gonna
多少
appear
異なるね
pretty
Yep,
soon.
so
yeah.
obviously the player or the team that survives until the end wins. And then the other points that are shared across multiple Battle Royale games, of course, they're all different in their own way, but these are the ones that kind of shared across all of them. So I'll let you take over, Kim.
Alrighty, so typical battle royale features include battle against many players in a large field, primarily using guns. Now that has been the standard, but I don't know if you guys watched the trailer, but there was more than just ranged combat there. A battle royale also features no response. Once you're out forever, which makes it just raises the stakes so much. Equipment is found on the field, so you better run towards any shiny packs that you see, or else you will find yourself without any weapons or armor. And the field area shrinks in over time, so really making sure that the stakes rise. Once we get to the later part of the game, really there won't be a place to run. You gotta fight, you gotta survive. That's what makes a soldier.
All right, and then we're going on to now the points that make the first soldier different. First one.
Yay! Unique features. Better boo switch. Oh, I missed the timing.
All right, so I'll try to keep up. So the first one is obviously it's set in Midgar, and there are monsters that roam outside the city. And I'm going to show a quick video clip. Right there.
Video.
これ7番スラムですね。はい。今作ではミッドガルの特にスラムエリアですね。プレートの
So now they're showing the different areas. So I missed a couple points, but now this is the verdant house. This is Wall Market. This is the church area. You can see some monsters already floating around. Train graveyard.
これらのモンスターただ邪魔するだけではなくてこのモンスターを倒すことでアイテムが手に入るということでモンスターを倒して自分のアイテムを集めるもよしもちろん街に降りてアイテムを
This is
集める
the
もよし
Colosseum. You can see the guard Scorpion.
そうです。
大きい。
はい。まあやっぱりボスモンスターというのはこう RPG にはつきものですので、セブンといえばガードスコーピオンということで、まず最初はですね、ガードスコーピオンが結構最初の脅威として。
Talking about, there's also a Tonberry that I missed on there. There's day and night time scenes. And the monsters will drop loot as well.
そうですね。すごくいいご質問いただいたんですけれども、ちょっとこれはこの後ご説明させていただきたいので、次のお話に。
And they're mentioning that guard Scorpion was one of the first bosses. And then we're moving on to the next point, which is not only ranged combat, but also melee combat. Boop.
Melee. Because you are a soldier.
Exactly.
Gotta have melee.
You're a soldier candidate after all. Remember, you're going to
Candidate,
be the
yes.
first
Well,
soldier.
that's a great point.
And so then, quickly, trying to catch up. All right, so they're showing the gameplay now. And in particular, with melee combat, it is effectively effective against monsters.
Yeah, you gotta take those monsters down, man. Oh, look at that ball. He looks friendly.
You can smoothly switch between the two.
I wonder which will be better for PvP.
やっぱりこういろんなところに各所に敵がいて、スキとあと音が出そうで。
It's usually there's a balance between ranged and melee.
Another thing they were talking right now is using melee attacks against monsters specifically. It's advantageous over using ranged attacks because using ranged attacks would signal to other players that they could hear the gunshots, whereas if you're using melee attack, that's kind of how the way to take them out more stealthily. So the middle range is more important than other battle royale games.
Oh, if you want to be sneaky, gotta use melee.
Exactly.
あんまりこの競技性のあるゲームやったことない方っていうのもきっといらっしゃると思う。
They're going off the script here a little
最
bit.
初にこのモンスターを倒すから
Imagine you're just farming monsters and someone just snipes you.
Yeah, so another point that
入りしてたところの架け橋が
yeah, so you would want to farm monsters with melee attacks because they would give experience points in order for level up, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And now we're moving on to the next point.
Next point.
I guess another point they forgot to mention about the monster fighting is it's for people who want to level up, who aren't necessarily good at first-person shooters, who are maybe good at RPGs, they would be good at monsters. But anyway, now we're talking about utilizing materia for magic attacks and special effects. And we have a little video to show.
Oh, video.
In a second. Stream's a little delayed on my end.
It's okay, we'll get there.
There we go.
ちょうど動画で今目の前に緑の卵3つ落ちてると思うんですが
Right, so showing with the fire attack, you would just do a fire attack. Right now he's picking up materia that you would find on the field. So he picked up Firaga. So it's just like a ranged attack.
Destroy.
So then with Blizzard, or maybe Blizzaga, it's kind of like a stationary turret.
ですと目の前
The
おー
third one, Aeroga, which kind of gives you an ability to traverse vertically very
攻
quickly.
撃魔法だけではなくて、
Oh, you're on jump.
移動
That's
等々にも
amazing.
使えるってい
I
うのが
love
今回の
that.
売りになっております。
Everyone's gonna be going for the
I
aura.
think you're muted,
今
Lacey.
What?
Something happened.
No, I'm not. Am I?
はい
Hello?
Or maybe I can't hear you.
あーまた
I
Oh, wait.
might be
Never mind.
speaking a little loud.
Okay, we're good.
実はですね、マテリアは最初ファイヤーマテリアなんです。
It was my fault.
同じファイヤーマテリアを
Okay, yay! I'm glad.
ファイヤー、ファイラ、ファイガみたいな形
Hi.
で成長していくっていうのが入っております。
I have two audios going on right now.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot. There's a lot. Like, I'm sure his battle
So
station just
another
looks
point they
insane.
mentioned about materia is collecting multiples will strengthen it. And just getting a point from Nomura-san real quick.
You mean the voice of God?
Yeah, Nomura-san was saying that he personally doesn't often play battle royales. He does sometimes, but he's not that good. He's never been the last survivor. Poor
It's
Nomura-san.
tough. I don't blame him. Neither have I.
心配はしていてですね、やっぱり名だたる強豪がすでにいるわけ
Can I play with my Nokia phone? Maybe not. But you know, miracles happen.
これだからできるセブンをまあ題材にするから
I love going into the past for games like
So
this.
about this project in particular... Sorry, I'm delayed. He wanted to make sure that they're doing something different. And not just another cookie cutter battle royale. And we've already seen that from the points we've seen so far.
Oh my god, materia is such a perfect thing. Like, the more I think about it, materia and battle royales go together so well.
So one of the features that make it different, obviously, is monsters bring a new dimension to it. And keeping the Final Fantasy VII feel as well.
絵作りはかなり厳しく言っていて
Have they mentioned how many materia would be available? Not officially.
No, they have not.
But there will be, at the very least, the standard. What are the Thundara, Arrow, Blizzaga, Blizzara? I forgot the conventions, and the Firaga. So you'll get your 4 basic spells that each utilize different things, and who knows what else could be up.
So just
arriving to launches.
Just getting some more points from Nomura-san right now. He's been pretty strict about how they handle the Final Fantasy VII world. And has been like pretty tough on the team with the Full Circle about maintaining the Final Fantasy VII Remake world on mobile. And now we're going on to the next point in just a moment.
That just makes me want to explore it so bad. The world of, or the world, the setting of Midgar is a great. It's such a nostalgic. Like, you just see the city and your heart just goes, oh, I want to
So
go back.
the last point, we're defeating monsters for experience, then leveling up, as I mentioned earlier. And we have a little clip to show here about more about leveling up.
Level up.
All right, so here he is a warrior style, and it was just showing his attack, leveling up. You saw that first screen there, he didn't have much on his skills, but here he unlocked another skill. The second one is Slash Drain. I see on my screen, I think that does like, kind of drains 30% of damage as HP. So when you level up, your HP goes up, you get new skills. Powers up existing skills.
And then you find the sniper in the back. Oh, power up existing skills.
So now they're talking about how they would balance just farming monsters.
Gotta weave some PvE elements into it.
By the way, I apologize again for not being able to catch everything, but we're going to be getting the points across. If we don't get them in this stream delayed, then we'll try to pass them along like on social media and such.
Yeah.
Alright, so back to the point about how to balance just farming monsters. So damage is primarily tied to equipment and materia, so you still need to equip and level up to keep growing. You can't just farm monsters the entire match. You still need to go around the field to gather equipment and materia. So you're
you
kind of
can't
having a
just
balance.
farm.
Exactly. You want a balance of farming the monsters as well as taking out other players. So if you're brand new to Battle Royales, you can focus first on farming, and then as you get better, you can grow to taking out other players.
Or you can do
So
a
yeah,
mix.
yeah, so because by leveling up, you would earn more HP and get more skills, then you would feel more confident to take on other players instead of just, you know, going in with equipment and fighting only with equipment.
Though, if you do want to play that way, it'll be fun if you actually get to the end. Just like, what? I didn't farm any monsters. Get on my level. It's good bragging rights.
There's also lots of monster varieties.
Gotta keep that variety.
And so now they are talking about doing the live play. So that'll tell you a lot more than this explanation.
We're doing it live.
And there's a lot that Ichikawa-san wants to say, but of course it's better to show you in the gameplay.
He's so excited. I love it.
Okay, so the people that are participating are going to
That's
be...
a good point. Where are the chocobos?
We're going to call on 2 potential soldiers. These are just going to be some influencers from Japan, or players. So the first one... Sorry, I'm looking at the faster stream, so I'm waiting for it to catch up to us. So the first one is Bata-san, a professional gamer in Japan.
Welcome,
I believe it's for
Butter.
PUBG Mobile, associated with FAV Gaming.
Butter. Who's seen that movie? That's not just me saying it weird. That's a reference. Kudos to whoever knows it. Looks like he's focused on Battle Royale, so he's probably gonna demolish whatever opponent is set before him.
So, another one is an entertainer.
South Park.
Next one is an entertainer in Japan.
Yay.
Tenko Morio. He's a comedian, entertainer, but he really loves Final Fantasy VII.
I mean, there's a chance he's gonna get rocked right now. You don't go against a pro gamer and expect to win. It's not how life works.
Are you saying that his love for Final Fantasy VII can't get him to the top?
Listen, I love Final Fantasy VII when I play. I don't expect to be the final play. I'm gonna be farming monsters and forget that this is a battle royale, and then I'm gonna die in 2 seconds. That's what's gonna happen. I got excited.
Sorry, I'm ahead now. He's talking about his favorite character.
Is it?
Is it Turk? I think I missed the name.
Oh, it's Reno.
He said Reno. Are you
Yes.
ahead? Are you
I don't
ahead
know.
of
I'm
me?
guessing.
You're what?
That's my guess. It's Reno.
It's hard when you have 2 streams going on at the same time.
No one's blaming you,
talking
Josh.
about
That's okay. This is actually going very well. Yes!
It was Reno? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Reno.
I mean, Rude's cool, guys. Don't forget about Rude. So they're asking you.
Yeah, so they said, or sorry, a point that I mentioned that the number of players in a match is 75, if I heard correctly.
Ooh.
My off-screen assistant will help me. And so they brought on members of the development team to help out, and you're going to show some in-game. Oh, and the third person who's joining the dev team is, I think it was Ashizawa-san. She's going to be helping, or she's going to be joining the match. They're all shooting the host.
All right.
So first is going to, yeah, so the live gameplay is be the solo play, talking about how it's kind of easier, it requires less, I don't want to say less teamwork, you know what I mean. It requires less complexity when you're just worried about yourself, you don't have to worry about teammates. So first they're going to be doing a solo free-for-all, and then they'll be doing a team match after. that was also, the video was a quick sneak peek at the skins. More to come, of course.
やっていくとだんだんやられ役じゃなくなってしまうかもしれないです。
I just want that chocobo sweater in real life. Just give that to me right now,
And
please.
so now they're talking about the gameplay. Of course, everything is subject to change. That was a thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of the stream. Everything is subject to change, so there's obviously going to be balance adjustments. So don't take the gameplay footage as final, and balance is final.
There's always room to adjust things, so.
Another point I missed was the A-team will go easy on them at first, because the developers probably know what they're doing.
No mercy. Come on, guys. Is this where you establish dominance? Have you not played PvP games before? There's no kindness. There's only victory. I might have been playing a lot of PvP games this weekend.
They're asking Tenko Morio-san like what he did to prepare for this.
He did nothing. He played.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just saying that he practiced a lot.
I'm glad I'm not playing because I did not practice.
Starting soon. So we're going to be showing the game screen.
I want to see the skins. This is an
Someone
English...
said, read this message. This is live. We're just
check this out.
commentating.
Yeah.
So first, they're going to be starting with the lobby, because there's stuff that you can do in the lobby. Okay, so here, they're going to be talking about styles and changing styles. So the thing that you see, the blue screen in the middle there, it says style change. Currently, he's a warrior style.
Change up that warrior style.
So there's several styles to choose from. And so here's the screen that shows the different styles here. On the screen there you see warrior, sorcerer, monk, and ranger. So right now it's selected warrior and showing that his unique skill is dodge, so he's able to like traverse a short distance very quickly. He's especially good at melee combat. And so next showing sorcerer, so they have a special ability which I can't really see right now.
Obliterates
Magical spot,
everything.
so to restore MP. So the sorcerer is especially skilled at using magic. Second one is magic boost.
Oh, melee attacks are vary by style. I like that. You can change up your gameplay, your flow of combat. It's good stuff.
Oh, so that first one is actually MP restore over time, or MP replenish. All right, so back to warrior. So that second one, charge slash, is actually a unique, actually. So it adds a barrier to when you are doing a melee slash attack. It kind of adds a barrier to protect you while you're doing it. The third one was the one I mentioned earlier about when you do melee attacks, they will restore some health back.
Ooh,
I
that's
said
nice.
rip your
Gives you a
ear.
little
Am I too
incentive
close?
to
Sorry,
get in there.
I'm reading closely to the screen. Someone asking, hope to see more classes in the future. Will you see those 2 grayed out ones?
Yeah.
Wonder what that means.
Ooh. There's a charge slash. So basically, if
That's
you wanna
the
do-
second one that I mentioned about it gives you a barrier. That's what charge slash is.
That's nice.
It's like it's a special melee attack that lets you like jump toward an enemy with a barrier on you specifically.
And then
It doesn't apply a barrier to like, your normal attack. You can also see Monk and Ranger on the screen, but I don't think they're going to be showing those off.
A story mode would be interesting. Oh my goodness. I want to see like I want them to like cycle through all the classes because I think when I played I only did warrior. And it was just a mess. Like it was all in Japanese, so I'm just like struggling to play.
So something that they're talking about, if you're hearing them say jobs, so they're comparable to jobs, but here there aren't really any jobs in Final Fantasy, or in Final Fantasy VII they aren't really called jobs, which is why they're called styles here. They're not jobs in the traditional Final Fantasy sense.
Oh, styles. Makes me think of other games.
A point I think they just mentioned was Monk is good at restoring health.
How does that hoodie not exist in real life? I don't understand it. I need it. There won't be any leaks here, guys. We're all professional and watching and
All right, so they're showing on the screen the UI specifically. So you see that in the left slot they have the weapons and you can swap between them by tapping on it. Those 3 slots are for materia specifically. And showing how he was running around picking up some ammo and stuff. But this is the lobby, so I don't think it matters. I mean, all right, so here's the map. Picking a location, that's where they're starting. It's a big map. There's a lot of places that are familiar.
Do you guys recognize any?
I mean, they're all in Japanese. Hold on. I made a handy tool for myself if you're curious.
Open it.
One second.
Open it.
1 second.
As soon as you can. No, it's too late.
Am I allowed to show it?
Yes. Well,
okay.
I mean, there's a cutscene right now, but we gotta watch the plot.
Wait.
It's plot. Oh, it's just a drop in.
Where'd it go? Yeah, so right now he's just dropping in, just showing the map. If you're curious, there are the names, just translated.
That's a big map.
That is a big map.
Oh my gosh.
Showing various familiar locations from Final Fantasy VII. Don't analyze this too much. They're not any places new.
We're going to the church, man.
Right, so, and if you play Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, those helicopters might look familiar to you. You can choose when to jump out of the helicopter. I'm going to hide that now. Beep. Alright, so he is landing in the church area. Or she's landing in the church area. I didn't see who was hosting.
Yeah.
And so she's going in. I'm trying to follow along to see what she picks up.
I'm rooting for her because she has the awesome pin.
And so she chose
the church like a true awesome person.
Pure materia. So that just saying phase 1. So before the area shrinks in size, there were 75 players in this match. Aerith would probably say, "Don't step on the flowers."
Oh.
And she also picked up arrow.
Yet.
I missed.
Don't worry. If we do walk on the flowers when Aerith is born.
And so on the UI, you can also see the purple. That's the MP gauge, and for each material, you can see how much MP it uses for each skill.
Yeah. I kind of like that you can pick up arrow.
So you can see some different types of traversal. Ammo. And you can see on the UI in the middle of the screen, you can see like it'll let you know when something is nearby, like a chest. So now they're showing the first person aiming mode. That's with the reticle icon on the UI. You tap that and hold, and it'll let you do the first person. You don't need to do that for ranged attacks. It's just if you want to be a little more accurate. Someone already died.
I was about to say,
I don't know if that was the first one. Oh, I have not been paying attention because in Battle Royales, people always die in the beginning.
Yeah, but how many people started? Like 10? I mean, I'm surprised that it took this long.
Okay, so they're talking about the weapon rarities. So it's ones that are familiar to you. So like blue, gold, purple. So this is one of the Shinra caches. And that material was brine? I'm sorry, what?
No, sorry, I was gonna comment on chat. There's virtual
picked up fire.
controls, so it's actually pretty easy to manage both the camera and controlling your character. And I'm sure I played this like a year ago, and I'm sure they've only enhanced the controls, so it does feel very comfortable when you're actually playing it.
All right, so here they're going into first person to shoot. I guess they didn't decide to shoot because that would give them away. I don't know if we've seen that on screen yet, where when you hear the sound, you'll get a little indicator. And she was looking for a monster to fight, and she didn't find any.
How's she gonna level up now?
Oh, she saw a chocobo. Where?
Find it.
She just saw a chocobo. No, that was not a chocobo, that was another player.
Is there a sound?
Using fire. There should be sound, it just might be a little quiet, because we want to speak a little over them. I can raise it a little bit for you guys, and I'll just have to yell a little more.
I'm sure your neighbors
So
will mind.
now the zone is shrinking.
ちょっと
乱射したら当たりそうな気が。
確かになんか後ろにもいるな
Yeah, as
Fira
much as,
is kind of hard, or fire is kind of hard to aim from far away.
As much as I
Manually
like
shooting.
the chocobo hoodie, yeah, that's basically come shoot me, please.
おめでとうございます。
So
So
maybe
taking
there's
one
like
player.
a green
She's
option.
going to pick up their drop.
落としてプレイヤーが
And so she had, I already missed it, Gravira.
アイテムを回収することができる。
なるほど
これファイラーになったんですかねこれ。
そうですね。これでファイラとエアロラ
So you just go over there and pick up the items.
なんでマテリアもレベルが上がっていく
Oh, she's quite good.
白、青、紫という形でファイヤー、ファイラー、ファイガン。
Again, the A team is going easy on them, is what they said.
That's what they're saying. I think the proper term is toying.
And now we switch to, I think this is Tenkomori?
もうちょっと盛り上がっていただけるとスイッチャーの方も
Or is this one of the developers?
全然僕らも全く見てなかったので
It might
So
be
it looks
more-
like they have Blizzard, Poison, and I don't think that's Cure.
そんなにガチにならなくても
I forgot what that icon was.
いやちょっとでもすごい街もね見入っちゃってますね。
はいバッチ見入りながら静かにキル取ってたまあ確かに2キル取ってますから
Let me know how the sound is, by the way, because I
I
don't know what
guess
the sound is.
your audio when you turn to translate, your audio kind of shifts to the other side.
Oh, right.
So
結構撃たれてますが
I think
Alright,
that's the
so
only-
on this screen, you see that they are in the District 7 slums.
何を3つ残すかっていう。
ブリザードバイオケアルですので
Tenkomori said he practiced, but I guess not enough. Alright, so here we have a monster. Are we gonna fight it, maybe?
I
We
mean,
didn't show
if
monster
she
fighting yet.
levels up, she'd be in a pretty good position.
He's at half health though, and he just used a potion to restore the items. There's like a item button on the bottom left there. You see it's kind of like a long tube. You can tap that to use the one you currently have equipped, or you can press the arrow above it to like cycle through the different potions that you have, because there's different strength potions.
ただボム
I
結
think
構
she
強いの
did
で
pick
気を
up
つけてください
a Kira
自
spell.
爆ありますからね。
She should be set.
I don't know what the second materia is, but it's the
近接攻撃すると
higher rarity.
結構ファイヤーだったり火炎だったりとか
誰って
おお誰
Bombs are bombs are pretty strong, man. You
Ah,
don't want to
there's
mess with
there's
those.
a
チョコボがいます
not player chocobo
本物のチョコボですよね
本当だ
あちょっとケア
There's the chocobo.
choosing cure.
そしてあれですねこれ
いっぱいいっぱいいっぱい
芦田さん
There's a lot of people there.
何としても逃げ延びてほしいですこれもしかしたら逃げた方がいいかもしれないです
She's just running. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's a good example of showing different UI. So you can see the footstep sound indicators and the bullet fire or bullet sound indicator.
MP
Oh, she got comment. Use comment. I want to see comment.
普通にドロップするんですか
Oh, that was comment that she used. I see. That was the one I think I saw, like a wide area around. I think that's what the second one is, comment.
I think I missed it because I was looking at chat and I'm so disappointed.
So the phases that you see on there is just when the safe zone shrinks.
見たいあたまた
Yeah, someone's comments chat said there's a lot of materia. Yes, and they do level up when you collect duplicates of them. There's comment again. She's using comment on the chocobo. I feel like that's very fitting.
え
I mean, it would have been better if it was a red chocobo, but yeah, that works.
すごいすごいすごい。やっぱりちょっとね強いんですけれど、自分も隕石食らうと
Did it
さすがに
kill
ソ
the
ルジャ
poor
ーという
chocobo?
隕石は逆らえませんので、ダメージ食らいますので。
If
I
it
think it did.
survived.
So we saw a player there riding on one of the bikes, and he's gone.
Oh, no,
There
there he is.
are a couple different types of vehicles in this as well. I think we've only seen that one so far.
そうですね。やっぱり比較的速いアイテムに当てる。
There we go.
車で移動してる。こういう移動手段のチョコボと車っていうのはあるんですか？
そうです。
Get
And he
him.
ran right into the rock and is doing a 3-point turn to get
I
away.
didn't know you guys captured my type of gameplay. That's pretty legit.
黙々と
I would absolutely crash that
And
bike.
so now we're fighting
最
the
初のフェーズなのにもうレベル4まで上がってますから。
How is Butter doing?
hedgehog pie is what they're called.
ただちょっと不幸という
See,
So here he's
That's-
actually using like a staff type weapon. I don't know if
一生懸命戦っているので
that's a worry or
This
not.
guy's grinding levels. I told you, he's not here to play
He's
around.
grinding
ではあ
levels.
るので
This is like he's gonna get like level 5 when everyone's like 2 and dying on bikes, and he's gonna be like, "What's up?"
So the second skill is thunder, third one is arrow. Don't know what that first one is.
自分でこれ操作の
Oh, he's a sorcerer. That's why he was using
He's a four-finger player.
familiar-looking
Well, remember
staff.
he's the pro gamer Butter. He knows what he's doing.
そうですね。私も初めて見ましたね。
Oh, another point, UI can be modified. That's first thing is you can see the UI. Those buttons were different than the ones that were shown on the previous players. So he chose to rearrange to put the actions on the top instead.
That's how you know when there's a pro gamer. Listen, I used to watch a lot of StarCraft 2 tournaments, man. They'll just instantly set things up. So now I see pro gamers and like, you guys know what's up.
So one point they're about to mention, because I'm a little ahead, is when you're on the bike, you can actually do like a slash attack while you're on the bike. I'm sure it's very reminiscent of attacks you've seen in Final Fantasy VII and 7 Remake.
一定速度以上あると範囲攻撃ができる。
And we've got one boss here, the Guard Scorpion.
Yeah, that's scary.
一人だと相当
I've never fought one of those myself, so I don't know if you can even take it out solo or if that's more intended for team
これ
play.
実はですね、このゲームボスモンスターってのはも
What
のす
better
ごく
time to find out
Those
than
look
now?
like accessories that I just saw in
もちろん倒すことでいろんな恩恵があるん
there.
ですけれども、この場合は結構一人で一対一で戦うというよりは、トリオで戦う、または
It looks like-
その場合は
was he attacking someone
この間
else?
だけは協力
No, he's still attacking this player.
ものをしてもいい
As you can see, they have
ので
different attacks, and that was a very long-range homing missile.
上がってる時は攻撃しちゃ
And
ダメだから
he like dodged it. Oh,
素晴らしい
Yeah,
マニ
the
アッ
boss
クな
monsters
とこ
have a
ろが
lot of
嘘情
drops
報
to
です
them.
ね
And so that was a chocobo stop. So you see that sign right there? You can call a chocobo, so it's like basically a free vehicle if you can find one of those.
oh, don't shoot the chocobo.
And it looks like that attack is actually a chocobo kick. That button on the bottom right there. I have not seen that myself.
Well, your vehicle's got a kick.
移動速度も
Personally, I hope that's a really strong attack.
ジャンプするとですね、ちょっとだけ羽ばたいて隠してくれる。ただ一個だけ
He's doing. Oh, I think that's actually. Is that jump? No, I think his jump button is just hidden.
生き物ですので失礼しました。生物おかしい。
That's a fast chocobo.
ダメージ受けるとです
showing the
ね
map.、
結構早く HP が減ってしまうっていう欠点はちょっとあって。
So it actually kind of
耐久度がね
hovers a little bit in the air to give you a little bit of distance. Looks like someone's called a chocobo but never rode it.
動いてもらえるといいかな。
だって痛いの嫌ですもんね
Poor chocobo. So
And
confused.
so 16 players left, and this. Whoa.
もうその
That
バト
player
ル
just
中は
popped
二度
out.
と出てきてくれ。
Phase
He just used a
3
potion
though.
to heal.
Oh, the ring is shrinking.
So you see there's different stances as well on top right. So you can crouch, you can jump, and when you jump to like a ledge, you'll climb up it.
移動しながらできて便利なんですけれども、回復のゲージがしてる途中にダメージ食らうとそこで回復止まってしまうので、結構回復中だからっていうので過信せずに。
Can you see how many kills? It's a little small on my screen.
Can you see how many kills?
Yeah.
僕がバターさんっていうのもこれシステム面だけですので。
I
Is
don't
it on
remember.
the top?
On the 4 on the top there, that might be the kill count. I forget.
野村さんいかがでしたさっきのボス
Because I know he's got to have killed at
So
least
he's
one or
taking his
two.
player. So he was just showing that you don't need to zoom in to shoot. So cash or loot box just dropped somewhere.
なんかああいうのが
That was the
突然
pop up there.
ね
So he just leveled up, and he learned a new skill or passive, which I didn't read in time. Ooh, he has Comet.
そうですね、はい。
Or, yeah, he just picked it up.
He's just
So that
he's
was,
just
yeah, there's an
melting
accessory,
people.
accessories,
動画で出てきますよ。誰かが
ammo, gun, potion. He's restoring something. So I think that actually, it wasn't an accessory. The yellow one is an ether.
どんなもんだっけなと思ってもう一回一人でやったんですけれど、普通に惨殺されました。
I want to see a giant fight.
I said loot box, but a drop to get more equipment.
そうなんですよ。まあでもガードスコーピオンといえばね、
So yeah, with healing, you can use potions to stay on the move. While healing, you don't have to just stand and cast cure.
苦しめられましたね。
まあぜひね、テイルレーザー
That player laid down an arrow, so you can use it either for yourself to advance vertically or kind of as like a trap for other players.
今モノドライブ
Throw them
I mean,
off.
I would absolutely jump into it, even if it wasn't.
Someone
mine.
asked me, is this a solo RPG? No, this is Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier. It's a battle royale.
I mean, you can try. You're welcome to farm monsters, but then a player
Yeah,
will
so
run up
if you're
and
used to
shoot
single
you.
players, you could farm monsters. It's just that be aware that other players will probably shoot you in the process.
They'll see an opportunity.
はい。なんでモノドライバー早めに殺しとくみたいな。
So that was a powered up Firaga, I believe. You can see how that it was shooting 3 fireballs that time.
Get him, get him.
そうですね。今
I want her to be in at least top 5.
So the save zone is shrinking.
今回ですね、メンバーでいらっしゃる方がみんなですね。
Oh, and something I'm missing is one of the monsters called other monsters to attack the player. So, you know, like just like in Final Fantasy games, a monster when it's by itself, it might call other monsters to help it out. So it's something to be aware of when you're out hunting monsters.
エリアも徐々に狭く
We're streaming for this particular stream, but we won't be. We're not the community managers, so whether we'll be appearing in other streams is it's up in the air. But we are super excited to be streaming this for you guys, especially with Joshua's commentary. Oh, it's the perfect thing to wake you up at 4 a.m.
So this looks like Sector 5, the school, I believe. You can see this is still early and there's not still a lot of open fields before Shinra steps in.
結構アクセサリーもいろんな種類があるので、
There'll be a ton of accessories. So what I'm seeing is that there actually is a lot of room for like strategic elements. It's not just like go and shoot and have the
Right.
best aim. It's
Yeah,
like,
something they're not really showing in this gameplay right now is just the verticality of some of the places you can get to. 8 players left. So they're talking about for chocobos. You saw there was like a little buggy earlier. The advantage of chocobos is they're easier to control and better mobility. So like with the car, you actually, if you want to turn around, you have to do like a U-turn or a 3-point turn. Whereas with the chocobo, you can just immediately go back and forth.
can you drift?
You cannot drift on the chocobo. You can drift on the bike.
Boy.
Kind of. I don't know if they'll show it here.
可愛いなぐらいで、
なるほどなる
一回ちょっとね、
He's doing chocobo kick on the hedgehog pies.
強くはないんですね。
強くはなくてですね。
That did not look very strong to me.
あっちかアンジ。
まあ実はこの
Oh, so they did say it's not very strong.
仕込みがあるのでですね、
Darn.
また楽しみにしておいてもらえればと思うんですけれど。はい。
ちょっと飛んでくれる。
そうですね。
可愛い。
結構高いところから飛ぶと、結構頑張って滑空してくれる。
チョコボキックで決めたいな。
決めたいですね。まあ
So that is the ruined expressway area.
Oh, there should absolutely be like an explore mode. I just want to
Collapsed
explore
expressway.
everything.
Sorry.
チョコボキックマスターみたいな。
ここキックマスター。足跡の
Someone saying Fast and Furious Chocobo drift? No, it wasn't the Chocobo that drift. It was the bike, which I don't think they've shown one of the streamers actually drifting with it.
Well, now I want to see a chocobo drift.
Oh.
That'd be awesome. Oh,
Something I completely missed. For the Chocobo, there's actually, so in the game there's like achievements or missions. One of them is to kill someone with a Chocobo kick. So that might be quite a challenging one, since Chocobo kick is a very weak attack. So right now this is a warrior character, and you actually saw they use their special attack, and then you saw that yellowish barrier on them when they did it. But now they're focusing on taking out this other player, and
I mean, you gotta.
I can just tell that that was a dev they were throwing on purpose.
I know, right? It's like, oh, well,
We're
I'm
in the
just
top
gonna
5
show
right
my
now.
back
So yeah,
to
on the
you.
top left, you can see the number of remaining players. There's 4 players left in the top
Yes,
5.
she did it. I'm so happy. She better win. Now I'm rooting for her. Butter wins. I'm gonna cry on stream right
I mean, I'm sorry, they weren't throwing. They were very skillfully taken out. one of the items, I don't know if she picked it up or not, is a re-raise ring. So it actually will allow you to resurrect once after being killed. I don't know if
that's a
it,
game changer.
I don't know if it's full HP or if it's partial.
I mean, I would assume if items level up, that maybe like the base only has you at like 10 or 25%, and
Right.
then it goes up.
What happens in the end? Winner, winner, chocobo dinner? Man, I don't know, but I would love that. But at the same time, I don't know if I could. I don't know if that's something they would say in Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy 15, sure. 7, not too sure. They do plan on supporting controllers for mobile devices.
Yes. That's actually.
And so
I'd probably
level up.
play it
So
tomorrow.
there, I think there was the dodge or the dash slash that just leveled up as well. You see that it said level 3 in the middle. So it's not only your acquiring skills, but you can level up existing ones as well.
いっぱいいるいっぱいいる
ダメージも大きいし頑張って
意外と
A チームも
ちゃんと当てて
A チー
る
ムもやられやすいから大丈夫
Wait, what? Who's eating chocobos? Oh wait, yeah.
なんかこう
That's
た
right.
だ
I
やられ
forgot
役
about
嫌だ
that.
みたいな
Well,
We're in
you
the
know,
top
I bet,
3 now.
I bet chocobo tastes like chicken, so it's okay.
怒ってきたんですね
Oh, they just threw a fire
頑張っ
back,
てあの避け方当てづらい
waiting for them to take the
意
shot.
外と当てづらいですね
Oh, Butter died already.
距離の
Oh man,
no.
well, they probably teamed up on him. That's what you gotta do.
She's the last of the panelists, so it's just her and 2 of the dev team.
Come on, you can do it. Beat the devs. Beat the devs.
This is some pro dodge strategy.
自動射撃で当てて
Come on, I need her to succeed right now.
頑張って頑張って頑張って
This will be a victory for all streamers everywhere against dev teams.
さあ
This is adorable. I'm sorry.
いけいけ
She just threw down a comet.
A チームそれそう食らうべき
I think that
Oh,
took him
that was
out. Yep,
actually
that took him
a
out.
really good aim. Yeah, no, that was a
これがセブン
area denial.
ちゃんとしっかりセットしましたね
Well, final
ところ
two.
がですねまだ空気の
Just one other player.
あと一人いるんです
Do it, do it.
芦田さんその
Yeah, she needs to get another comment. Get those
So
items.
5 seconds until the area shrinks again. So things I didn't talk about that isn't obvious on the top right of the map. The white circle is where it's going to shrink to, and the timer underneath is currently it's how long it takes until it shrinks to that space.
中に入れば隠れられる
What we're witnessing is.
She's just checking to show how
Oh my
close she is,
god,
and she's fine.
MLG. Way to bring back like 2010. Oh my gosh.
Apparently, Comet can be avoided by going in a building, so that's one reason to not fight in the field all the time.
どこにいるんですか
これでウィナー取れなかったらどうするんだ話
Who's the girl playing? So they're playing as like classes. There's not like characters you pick. Instead, you pick what's called styles in this game. You can think of them as jobs or classes from Final Fantasy. In this case, she's playing as, I believe it's warrior.
ちなみになんですけど全然今とあれなんですけど
I think, yeah, she was playing a
Oh,
warrior because
is
that's.
she going to? I don't think they showed interacting with the vending machines yet, but those do have stuff that
Yeah, I think
I'm not
we're-
going to talk about until she does it. Okay, since she did win, I guess the other player died to it.
絡め取られてしまう
She's so confused about how she just
ウィ
won.
ナーということで
最後ちょっとねおーって感じでしたが
Yeah, no, she did great. Like, she farmed, she cast her spells, she didn't hoard items. Like,
I'm guessing the other player
That was
just
legit.
died to a monster somewhere.
いかがでしたか
そうですねちょっとまだ
I believe
Oh,
she.
who the human being playing it
Yeah.
was, not the who is she, not who is she playing, but who is the person playing. So she is she's
Is it-
information I was
she-
given was Ashizawa-san, but gamer
Yeah.
talent. I forgot exactly what she is.
おちょっとリオ
She's gaming talent. She's really good.
She's gaming talent.
こちらのお三方がまずはパーティートリを組んでいただいて A チームの
She's a
方々
Shinra
に
PR
入っていただく
rep.
と
Good,
いう
good
ことに
answer.
なってい
Who
きます
also
さあそれでは
plays a
準
ton.
備の
She's
方
really
を
good.
まずはしていただ
Like those, like those,
So
those
now-
materia spells were thrown very well.
Before they go into the trio
セブンに
match?
搭載されたマップが、まあ、こうギュッとなりながら入ってると思うんですけれども、そのマップの指示っていうのはどう出されたんですか。
マップはけど
Hi everyone who's just joining us.
なんだろうつい最近もまあ今後の話をいろいろ
I
して
mean-
たんですけど、
はい。
It is Hunger
Ma,
Games. It's a
ima
battle
haite
royale.
naru
Last man standing. You gotta kill all your
これはどこ
opponents.
に置く
It's kill or be killed. It's brutal.
いや実はここにこんな仕掛けがあってみたいなで
So right now, Nomura-san is talking about like the connection between the places in the map that you see here compared to what you see in Final Fantasy VII and VII Remake.
セブンの世界にあるのかっていうのを結構疑問に思われている方が多いようですが、
はい、
一応これはセブンのリメイクでもVR って
That's how they recruit soldiers. They pit them against each other, and then the strongest becomes a soldier.
システムが入ってたんです。
Pretty brutal, but that's Shinra. That's what they do.
まあ未来のそのミッドガルの
Why show your face when you can be the voice of God? I gotta say, it's infinitely more fun.
So yeah, he was just mentioning something that I mentioned earlier about how, because it's set earlier, obviously there's a lot fewer buildings that you would see in Final Fantasy VII 7 Remake, and some places that aren't as damaged as they were.
This was 30 years before.
And also there were some places that you might have seen in Crisis Core as well. For example, Seventh Heaven, if you didn't know, was not created or was not like built by Tifa. It existed before her. You could see it in Crisis Core. And so also, for some of these locations, the idea is that the soldiers, or the soldiers are pre-soldier candidates, are in VR training.
Ooh. I like that.
I don't think he said specifically that this itself is VR training. I'm going to confirm that. And so now they're just talking about the feedback from Butterson about the gameplay of this game, and he appreciates that there are a lot of unique elements that he hasn't seen in other Battle Royale games.
なんでちょっとお三方で、そもそも誰がどのスタイルやるかはもしかしたら決めて
I
いた
like
だいた
that
方
a
がいい
lot of the materia
So now they're
isn't
prepping for
classes.
trio mode still.
僕はレンジャー
I'm just
は
talking.
絶対いると思うんですよ。場所を確認するために。
That would be my
So
feedback.
they're not
of that.
deciding which style that's going to be.
風押しつける。
僕はマーガリン弟子としてバター君の弟子として
So Butter is going with Ranger.
僕はちょっとやっぱり魔法を使いたいんで
Tenkomori-san is going with Warrior, it sounds like.
で行こうかなと思ってます。
じゃあバターさんはそうレンジャーで。
はい、レンジャーで。それでかすみちゃんはもうウォーリアーで、
逆じゃないっすよ。女の子がなんか操作のイメージあるけど。
レディーファーストですから。
レディーファースト。
レディーファーストで。
急に監督のごとく仕切り始めました。
Okay, so then they're going to start.
私が天子さんの道を切り開
Are
く
we
わか
doing
りました。レディーファーストで戦場
Oh.
の一番手を。
Did someone say they were going monk? They're talking about monk now, and how monk has a
I
barrier.
wanna
There we
see
go.
the monk.
Okay, so now they're. Oh no, that's Ranger that they were showing on the screen. I didn't have time to read. Okay, there we go. So the first one.
目の前に壁を張
I
れ
didn't
る。
leave it on the screen long
意
enough.
外と
I just saw
Pause
that
it.
it's setting something in an area. That's as much as I read before he switched away.
まあジョブと言いますか、このスタイルがあるっていうのがね。またこれは
Ranger does. Ranger will be interesting because it
Yeah,
like
oh.
it reminds me of Warrior already.
If I heard correctly, did they? I think they said someone else is going to tell me. So Ranger, unlike the other classes, when they pick up materia, it doesn't level up when you pick up.
なんでそこはちょっとこう
Subjects change, and my translation is most likely wrong.
ただ一方でやっぱり
I mean, you can't say that when you're an hour in.
No, it's just they're talking very fast.
3人ならさっきの
Yeah, the one on the screen is the Ranger because this is still Butter.
それでね回収してもらった
It doesn't say Ranger anywhere on the screen, but that's what he showed a moment ago.
倒した時のアイテム回収っていうところも3倍あるって考えるとそこまでこうシビアに考えなくてもやりやすいかもしれない。
あ、ちなみにですけどその
Oh, actually, okay. So the ability, the first ability for the Ranger
ポッ
was
プの湧き具合っていうのはちょっと変わったり
I
は
don't
する
remember what it was called, but the icon that you said, but it reveals monsters and enemies in an area around you. So Ranger's skill is more about area awareness. You can see where the players around you, even if they aren't making any sounds, or
まあ
yeah.
それでは間もなくスター
That
トの
seems
準備
nice.
が始まります。
So I think Rangers actually sounds very good, which is also why Butter chose it. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
scouting.
he's
You
like,
can
I'm
easily
over
scout
this
an area.
losing thing. He's gonna shrug things now. I was
With a
hoping to
team of
see
3,
the.
they should be able to take down the guard Scorpion. Because yeah, and you see right now on the left you have Butter-san, Kasumi, which is Ashizawa-san, the one from before, and Tenkomori-san, which was the comedian. So it's the 3 guests in the studio that are in the party.
そうですねブラインがあったりあとはやっぱり移動だとエアロ
エアロはね全員でやっぱ上取ったりしたいですもんね。
そうなんですよ。ただここら辺のこう便利系で固めてし
I
まう
wanna
と、
see
じゃ
them
あ
take
いざ
down the
攻撃の
boss
時どうするんだみたいな。
while also fighting people. That's like the most intense thing you could do. It's
That's
amazing.
something that they didn't show before. Like when it's a taller surface, you can run along it as well. You don't have to just get up to like waist height and then you climb over it. You can actually climb up to climb on top of it.
すごい。
I dig it. I dig it.
ちょっと例えば室内に置いとけば
結構ハマります。
Ninja soldier. Yes.
なんで結構いろいろできるという。
All types of soldier.
バイオはですね、結構使いが難しい。
Yeah,
逃げる
I'd
時に
be doing
追って
this.
くる
I'd
敵
just
に
be
当てて
jumping on
継続ダメー
things.
ジ
I'm a mess in lobbies.
So yeah, this is what they call trio mode in Japanese. Now they're talking about other materia. They're talking about smoke and arrow. We already saw arrow, but smoke.
これもうそろそろ始まるということで、早速スタートまずはしていきましょう。はい。
What's the height range? I wonder. Actually, it.
What is the
it's
kite range? Has
probably-
someone asked that? I don't know.
Whoa.
They're talking about like kiting monsters and like before they rubber band back.
まだ出てないですけど、うっすら聞いたんですけど、いるんですか。
PV ではがっつり実はイフリトさんが映ったんですが、
ですよね。
このゲーム
Oh, so they're talking about arrow is useful so you can like just jump in from someone where they wouldn't expect you
プレイ
from.
ですと補給物資という空から物資が転送されているから、その中に
あるんですね。
運が良ければイフリトが入って
So then he just used his
なんでぜひちょっと物資が降りてきた時
whatever you want to call it. I'll call it Ranger's Eye. He could use his Ranger's Eye, and it highlights like a circle over all the players in the area around him.
さあということで、
And it would do that for monsters as well.
イフリート対だからイフリートとかもあるわけですよね。運が良ければそういう。
そうですね、そこはちょっとこういろいろお楽しみにしておいてもらえる
This will
見
be.
てみたい。
I just. I want to like. I just want to throw like 50 bosses at them and just see how they prevail.
So right now, they're talking about having voice chat and pin chat. They do support pin chat. I didn't hear if they said voice chat was implemented fully or not, but there is voice chat if you would choose.
Oh, interesting. The ping system, I think, is basically a requirement.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it's good that they have it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, another thing is that Ifrit can be summoned. That's something that they didn't show in the last one, and also you saw in the video at the very beginning.
となると多分バターさん
But the true question is, where is my girl
So
Sheila?
so another thing that I forgot to mention is when you're in a helicopter, you can actually control its trajectory, and in that team, you can see one of them had a helicopter icon next to him. That's the one who's steering. So it's not everyone fighting for control of the helicopter. I wonder if he's going to steer it a little bit.
コルネオの屋敷なんかも意
I
外
wonder if you can relinquish control so you can let like someone else
No.
steer.
I don't think so.
お願いします
Oh.
So yeah, they're all in the same helicopter. Okay, didn't steer it. He just decided to drop.
大きいお屋敷
But the other players can be in the, of course, in the helicopter, and they can choose to drop wherever they want to. So right now he's going over to, I think, was that Don Corneo's mansion? Yes, that's Don Corneo's mansion.
Raid it, raid it.
So I think that one in the one of the clips from before they showed there was like a guard scorpion and another boss in there.
体感というか、なんかこう。
Forgot who it
歩き
was.
たくなります。
歩きたい
ここから
I
敵出てきたから嫌ですね。
bet
ガッて扉が開いて
I actually can't think. A red chocobo, that's what it is.
How old is Don Corneo? He's actually like in, I don't want to give a number, but he's middle-aged.
He's
So I would not be
young.
surprised if he's like in his 40s.
He's not a spry young man.
Okay, maybe, okay, at this point in the game, because this is set before 7 and 7 Remake, so maybe now he's, I don't know, in his 20s.
トリオしか出ない。
Would you
Yeah,
want to
you
see
hear
a, would you want to see a Corneo in his 20s? I would
Kind
not.
of now.
No. Yeah, he's probably 40 in like in 7 Remake, probably. Don't quote me on that.
I'm gonna quote you. I mean, I forgot what you said, but I'm gonna quote you.
Will this game have remote control compatible? I'm not sure what you mean by that, but they are working on controller support.
激戦区でレイズ使ってしまうとすぐ流れ弾でまた死んじゃうっていう。これはちょっとこうね気にしながらやってもらえる。
So yeah, if I said he's in his 20s now, then he would be in his 50s in 7 Remake. I don't know. I can't do this
攻撃できない
aging.
全然攻撃できない
Maybe he's in his teens. That's even worse than wanting to see him in his 20s.
そう最後の一枠
We just need to see different stages of his life. Just like a character artwork. It's like 20s, 30s, 40s, present.
Okay, so they're talking now about like how team play works, and when a player's down, there is an option to revive them when you go up to them. And so now we're in the mansion. There's one of the caches. So that was the accessory, the necklace looking thing. Fire arrow and ammo. More
That's a
ammo.
good cache.
The machine gun.
Raid the mansion,
There's
guys, when you play.
I forget what they call the rarities in the game. Purple pistol. So if you want to res a teammate at range, you would want to use the res spell. But if you want to res normally, you have to run up to a teammate to res them.
20
結構俺さ真面目になると黙る癖が喋らすとこうプレイに
I don't think there'll be a group res. I think it's all single. Because the point of Battle Royale is to feel that pressure of death.
Of course, and that subject's changed. We haven't seen raise and how it works, so it
Yeah.
could, but I don't know. Something that I've noticed that on the UI on the top left where you see your teammates, so you saw that flash, that means they're engaged in a fight. I don't know if that's them shooting or them hearing a gunshot. Most likely them shooting. Finding more Shinra caches.
ネタは実はものすごくたくさん今もありまして
I hear scratching.
Interestingly, only Kasumi Ashizawa-san is fighting someone. Oh no, Butter's there now.
Get
So they're
Butter.
seeing someone. Are they fighting monsters? No, they took out a
Target the
player.
pro.
That's a player cache.
はいだから一定範囲を達成するので実はソロよりはトリオの方が輝く
ああ、
確かにあれすいません
まあでもね、そのマテリアに関しては特にファンの方々はこれ欲しいなってのあるんでしょうね。
Oh, Kira is an area heal spell, so that is something that works well with teammates since it's targeted around an area.
自分の持ってるものを捨てて渡すこともできるので
Don't be the designated healer of the group. Go damage. Full offense is the best
So
defense.
those are the pings that they set. They're wondering where everyone is.
Yeah. I want to see some action.
ありますね。
I think it's like a shrinking arena is fine, but I think battle royales are missing like a true like, oh, the players are all separate. Let's get them together like a forced environment.
They're just camping here because it's like a pretty advantageous location because they know where players have to come from unless they come from down there, which is why this is Kasumi-san. She's just sort of patrolling around. Oh no, this is Tenkomori.
エアロー来ましたね。操作でしょ？操作だ。
持ってるところにエロがない
Another point they mentioned with materia, you can choose to drop it for your other teammates to pick up, just similar to other battle royale games. When you like pick up a weapon or materia, you can choose to drop it. It's the same for materia.
操作が魔法で助けられる。いや助けられる。
I don't know what. He's just showing that you can like use arrow for your teammates.
まあ実はですねちゃんと上がってたんですけれど面白かったんでちょっと黙って
Just kind of threw his teammate away.
I mean,
How many players? So that it's going to be up to 75.
早く逃げなきゃ。
So he heard gunshots. Finally, someone shows up.
yeah, there will be some aspects of customization, especially with styles, which are like just your preferred combat style. And your appearance will change. Then there'll also be different skins that you'll be able to get. Like we showed recently this pretty awesome chocobo jacket that was legit, and I'm still thinking about it. It's in my head rent free forever now.
Saw people in chat asking where we are in the stream. There you go. I gave you the agenda now. So the 7 remake integrate stuff is going to be at the end of the stream. But because this is going to be the last of the line gameplay, and then we'll talk very quickly about First Soldier, and then we'll go on to 7 remake integrate. Another point, so with Sorcerer, if you're the Sorcerer class, it actually allows you to, for example, with the Fire or Fire materia, instead you would fire it 3 times. That's why in that last round I saw someone using 3. I thought it was an increased level, but I think that was actually a Sorcerer who was doing it.
Yeah.
And other spells have different buffs when you're playing as a Sorcerer.
自販機がある
ちなみに今倒したのは全部バターさんとカスミン
For
が
example, Thundera, or no, sorry, not Thundera. Thundaga or Thundara. It would have. I
Thundaga
forgot.
is the strongest, I think. So
Yeah,
Thundaga.
I don't know which material they have here, but for example, that one for sorcerer would have a larger range instead of a smaller
そう
one.
なんですね。
モンスターを倒して
32
手に入れ
players
る
left.
ギルを使うことによって、武器のアップグレードであったり、
So the
また
zone
足り
is
ない弾薬とか
shrinking.
武器の補給っていうのができるようにな
Dun,
る。
dun.
So their safe haven, the corner I mentioned, is no longer in the safe zone.
ギルを集めておけば買い物ができる。
なるほどなるほど。
なるほどな。なんかそこはやっぱり
Oh,
RPG
finally, we have someone interacting with the vending machine. So here, I think that was a leveling up one. You're back. Okay.
ハイエナしたのがよかったからちょっと落ちま
So
した
that vending machine they were looking at was leveling up their equipment, it looked like.
帰ってきて。
アッコモンスターね、少し湧いてます。
は
あ、もしか
ち
してア
なみにちょっと
ンチ来てます。
お伺いしたいんですけど、
アンチ行きますか
この
So I
モンスター
think
の経験値っていうのは
they're going to
倒
look
した
for
人
the
がも
guards.
らえるんですか、それともチームでもらえるんですか。
ですね、与えたダメージ量に応じて分配されるので、例えばさっきのガード
So
スコー
trying to
プ
take
み
out
たいな
this
強い
team.
敵は
So
3
I
人でそれぞれ
drop.
ダメージを与えて、例えば
A cast just dropped somewhere, but I think they're focusing on taking out this other team.
なるほどなるほど。
これは実はチームだけではなくてソロの時も同じでして、
みんなこっち
例えば
みんな
ガードスコー
こっちみんなこっち
プだけ倒したいからちょっとその場だけ協力っていうのが生まれた場合は敵同士であっても
I
与
might-
えたダメージに応じて経験値
Come on, don't
You're
give me
fine.
technical issues at 5 a.m.
そこはやっぱり貢献度に応じて。
そうですね。
Okay, sorry about that,
敵がい
guys.
るので曲が
I guess it's not a stream without something happening to my
Something I
stream.
mentioned is the experience that you earn applies the same in same in trio mode as in solo
サ
mode,
ラですよあなた。
あーでももう
and the experience you earn from monsters is determined by how much damage is done.
ずっとハンドガンなのがすごい気になるんですが、でもエクスポーションしっかり今手に入れましたね。
回復でき
エクスポーションで HP 全開できるんで
I want another comment spell.
経験値
I want some. I like those big.
So I think the
areas.
first one on their UI, that's the raise spell,
しっかりマテリア使ってくださいね。
はい、ケアルで
or raise materia rather.
一人だけケアル
一人じゃね一人じゃねすいません
大丈夫だと思います。
ちょっとここにも
Oh no!
あれ落ちた
What are you, despair? Thunder, thunder pair, blessed pair, the pair secret. I like that. Good one.
はいはい
多分移動していただいた方が
So picking up high potion.
See, next time we need to like get into their gameplay, and without them knowing, and just wreck them.
弾薬は
We can take them,
アクセ
I
スし
think.
やすいように落ちてる数であったり、あとは購入であったりっていうのができるので、そんなに枯渇はしない
Because now I know the like as I'm watching, I'm looking at like what drop zones are going to be like the hot spots. And I think Corneo's mansion would definitely be one where there'd be a lot of fighting initially. So maybe like landing, because you never want to be the first person arrive at a scene. You always want to be third, so that you mop up any fights and then get all the loot. That's how you do it.
やっぱりだから足元にボアすると自分も食らうので、それだけ気をつけていただいて。
I would either be sorcerer or warrior, because I either play too cautiously or too aggressively. There is no in between when I play. It just depends on what mood I am. So it'll be both of
も
those.
しかしたらそろそろどこかに物資が落ちてきてるかもしれないので、マップ開きながらちょっと見ても。
And I think
あ
they're just hovering around the edge of the
外側にあるのが
save zone.
箱で、多分次のウェーブでも何かしか出てきたりする
Ooh,
So
I know
apparently
it.
materia is friendly fire capable. So
Yeah.
be careful with teammates around.
No, that
Don't
makes
just
it better.
throw, if your teammate is like meleeing someone, don't throw a comet on them.
Throw it. Just live your life the way
Don't-
you
yeah,
want
don't
to.
throw
Cause chaos.
comment.
Become chaos. That's what battle royales are for.
I mean, maybe if you have a raise spell, you can like throw a comet and then throw a raise.
Yes, strategy. Thank you, Joshua.
I don't know if you'd have
See,
enough
you get
MP
it.
to do that because the re-raise or the raise on there looks like it has a 5 cost.
Okay, so if you're in a team of 3, you choose one as the sacrifice, one as the
They're gonna
healer.
try to. I'm just gonna say they're gonna try to take out the guard scorpion.
スコーピオンは魔法耐性はあるんですか、マテリア。
実はですね、しばらくダメージを与えていく
Team
と
fight.
They are not putting a dent in its HP.
Oh my gosh, that's a tough guard scorpion.
And Kasumi's down. No, she
Oh,
she's
that
weakened and
起こしてあげて。
limping
隠
away.
れてそこに多分いるの
Wow, she just barely dodged those
ちょっ
missiles.
と待ってちょっと待ってちょっと待ってちょうど中間にガード
Oh no, she's actually she's in the resable state, so she's not actually she's technically down and waiting to be rezzed by someone
バタさんが今
She's bleeding from her
So yeah,
blast
when you're
wounds.
down, you don't go like flat on the ground. You can still limp away.
Yeah, crawl.
天狗さん単品で死にそうですんでもう逃げた方がいいと
So
思います
that is the Reza during quite a long
使いますよ
run. Subject to change. I don't know if this
ポー
one
ション
yet.
持ってます
Oh no, that seems about right. You don't want reses to be quick because there's a
saying.
risk to it.
For those Shinra boxes, I don't think they showed that before, but it's similar to 7 Remake, where you attack them and you can get pickups from them.
本当だ
一撃も多い
Fat Chocobo mount that seats 3. That would be hilarious. You just wipe out a team with one
I mean, Fat
combo.
Chocobo is in 7,
戦いましょうって言
so
い
it's
ま
an
した
idea.
めちゃめちゃ強い
I want it.
So they inflicted, it looks like a burn status on it.
今の段階ほとんど出ないから
My, my
Maybe.
cat's scratching at the door. Can I go open the door and
め
let
っ
him
ちゃ
in?
面白いね
I'm just gonna keep hearing scratches and it's driving me
逃げ
crazy.
る方向で逃げましょう
多分相当やばそうですよ
すごいなんでスコーピオンの中でも強い
The game is releasing
Soon,
eventually.
2021.
I was gonna avoid soon because we always say soon.
Eventually,
But soon.
TM.
Thank you. Eventually, it will release.
倒すことでいろいろ手に入るものがあるんですけれども
So, I guess another thing that, if I didn't mention before, the Scorpion has a crown mark on it, which means it's stronger. I think that's kind of obvious, but they're deciding not to take it down. So yeah, Ichikawa told them to run away, which is why they're running away. So that, this is Butter, who used his Ranger's Eye, tentative name, I don't know the official translation, to reveal the other players. So it shows 4 teammates too, you saw there, I think, because I believe Kasumi is not a Ranger herself, but she still saw the icons. I believe that's what happened there. Is there a beta test for it? Great question.
Great question.
You'll find the answer soon.
Just keep watching, and some answers will be. I'm not gonna say all answers. That's a lie. Some answers will be revealed.
ダウンしてるやつがもう多分ねダウンしてる
Using the guard Scorpion against them.
That's genius. Oh my god, there's so many. Like you can bait a boss fight, get the other team in, book it, maybe with an arrow spell, and then when the guard scorpion's on them, jump back. Oh, I want to play so much. We should be in here. I'd probably not win, but I want to
So-
just get in there.
You see on the UI there, the purple and the blues that pop up? I believe the blues are the vehicles, I believe. Yeah, so those are the vehicles. The purples, I think, are monsters.
あのビジョンリングというですね
Imagine if they're running away and then the field shrunk, so they have to go back to the monster.
入れると
Yeah.
相当有利
次の強いポジションを取るために
There's a lot of monsters.
そうです
I think it was a coincidence because they were sticking around with one area enough so that when the arena kept shrinking, they're kind of just map awareness is very important in battle
So-
royales.
On the map right now, they're going into the green circle, and that area
協調性がないのがバレます
is
ねこれ仲悪くなるやついそうですね
it's telling the player where like a safe area on the map is. I'm not exactly sure what that means.
Ooh.
There's a rare item that you have that tells you where the safe area is. So I don't know exactly what safe area means. I don't know if it like it determines like
I-
where other players are maybe.
I think the safe area is where the arena will be next, so you'll be able to know
Like after the
where to
current
go.
one?
Yeah, once
So
it
it's like
starts,
one step
like
ahead.
before it shrinks.
Maybe.
And then you can since players are naturally going to be going towards the shrunken area once it does shrink, you can pre-position there and just get ready with an
So it's
ambush.
basically one step ahead.
Yeah,
Where the next safe zone is gonna be. I see.
I like battle royales, guys.
Gotcha.
That's
So
why
see-
I'm so excited. I want to go in there and just
So yeah,
murder
currently
things.
on the map on the left there, you see the white. That's where it's currently going to in the next 50 seconds. That's where it's going to be. Or actually, I think 50 seconds is when it's going to start shrinking, and then after that, it'll shrink there, and then it'll go to where the green area is. They're showing his equipment, which I didn't have a chance to look at.
できれば安全帯外にある補給物資一回拾ってはい
A save area? No, it's not a save area where you can save your progress. Safe area.
運が良ければいくりと入って
So sometimes the monsters can also have a crown mark on them to show they're stronger. Not necessarily like boss monsters like the Guard Scorpion, but the
危険なとこには行きたくない
Hotdog Pie can also have like a gold or a crown version.
もうねさっき 最初にリタイアしちゃうともう
Yeah, those crown versions would be nice to farm.
映画で一番最初に倒されますから
一番やばいやつ。
参加してもらっていいですか、こんな。結構
It might go on a little longer. It was an hour and 30 minimum, but live gameplay things could change.
I think they're pretty close to ending though because there's only 3 teams left. There's 9 players.
Yeah.
So that was one of the dropped caches, if I remember correctly.
Ooh, it's yellow. I wonder if that's epic loot.
Yes,
Or
legendary, yeah.
Yeah.
So that one did have a raise on there, but they didn't pick it up.
Well, you gotta.
She
'cause you only
currently
get so many
has
slots,
Comet,
right?
Blizzard, and Cure.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that you have the optimal materia that either your team needs or in solo mode, get those
And
defensive.
that's another
ones.
material. So that's a fire that someone dropped, or Fira. So that's where you can purchase potions and ammo. So there is, I believe, a gil system where, like, when you defeat monsters or maybe other players, you get gil, and then you can purchase them from the vending machines.
Someone's throwing things.
An arrow.
They're playing against the dev team, so it's essentially the panelists that are streaming for the Japanese stream versus the dev team. So that's where they're getting all the players. Not everyone's on camera. They're playing remotely.
So we're nearing the end because after this fight, they're gonna have the last 2 teams of 3.
Yeah, and that arena's small, so
Poor guy.
no, just end
All
this
right,
misery.
so now we're on to the final 2 teams. Again, teams are 3 players in the first soldier. Can you explain the phase? So phases are just when the zones are shrinking. So yeah, it's just letting you know when the next shrink is going to happen. And I don't recall how many phases in total. I didn't count how many they had last time or how high it can go.
Yeah, they got Comet. It looks like Comet's the gonna be the main thing. I want to see
It would have been
Ifrit,
fun
though.
to watch us play. Yes, it would be fun. It's in development though, and it would be harder for us to find 73 other people to play with.
I mean,
Unless it's a beta, which we'll talk
unless
about
it's a beta. I was about to say, unless it's a beta, that'd be pretty fun.
soon.
Because that's why if I do join the beta, I'm not gonna be glacy because nothing is more fun than shooting down a
Hang
CM.
Komori is down. Remember that earlier he was saying, like, he was telling his teammates to go ahead. He doesn't want to die and
Did he
like
die?
and feed the other team, but he's sticking around. Wait,
There
are they
is
just letting
friendly fire.
letting this guy show up?
Yeah, he's like, this is called toying with your enemy. it's pure.
That was
flexing.
peak stealth gameplay there.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
Yeah,
Alright.
shoot him.
So that is the end of the trio matches. Good job.
Good job. Yay.
And
They
I
can't hear me, but
don't
I'm
think
so
they're
proud of
going to
them.
show more screens. There we go.
Yeah, man. Butter was like,
So-
I died. That's not supposed to happen, and then he
So now he's just
showed us why he's a pro player.
talking about the comments he was seeing on chat.
結構この手のものっていうのは注意が必要になってくる。
なるほど。いや、面白かったですけ
That
ど。
butter doesn't melt
改め
under
て
pressure.
健康森尾さん、いいな取りましたよ。
Butter doesn't melt during pressure. It actually doesn't even melt in room temperature, which makes it ideal. So that was just a terrible joke.
Some other miscellaneous points that I missed. Let's see. So another point I
Yuffie isn't
missed
even
was
born
during,
yet, guys.
bosses do have like kind of like a hate system or an enmity system, and so you have to get away a certain distance before the boss's hate goes down, otherwise it'll keep following you, which is why the rocket range was so long. Another point was, oh, they were looking for Ifrit, but he's not there. And for Comet AoEs, you can actually, if you're an enemy, you can see where the Comet's AoE range is. So it's visible to other players, so you can if you keep an eye out for it, you can try to dodge it in time, but yeah. How can you acquire summons? I don't think they mentioned specifically, but I'm assuming it's just picking it up like as a materia.
Yeah, as a drop. Which is, I mean, that keeps it fair, because imagine if like only one class was able to use summons, or you don't want to like lock any particular classes. So I like that it's available as a drop, because that means anyone has a chance to get it.
Someone in chat asking about character customizations. They didn't talk about anything aside from having various cosmetics, which you saw at the very beginning, like someone in like a chocobo suit. What about the vending machines? So we saw, I think they showed 2 of them during the gameplay. One of them is just for buying like potions, ether, ammo. There was another one, it looked like it was a weapon upgrade vending machine. And the currency is gil that you get from like defeating monsters in the field.
It actually would be pretty amazing if you could, there's just like one vending machine that has like snacks.
Someone in chat, yeah, finding Ifrit is like finding a rare gear in a normal battle royale game. It's just that here you can get a variety of different things from the chests. So you can get materia, you can get summons, which you can just think of as like the highest rarity materia. Giving more feedback, so Kasumi liked being able to enjoy some of the co-op PvE elements in Trio. For example, the guard scorpion's a little less intimidating, even though they didn't manage to take it down.
Oh man, I just want more gameplay now. But next time, just let us comment like super exaggerated comments. And he just shot him down with a comment. Yeah, man, that's... See.
So asking Nomura-san if there's anything he would like to say about the gameplay they saw. So just first thing is they mentioned that the relationship between Ichikawa, the producer, he's the gentleman in the blue blazer and the white shirt, second from the left. They have like their relationship is very open in terms of communication, so they bounce ideas off each other a lot. So it's not just like one person's vision; they work together for it.
Which is yeah, that's always like
that's how you do it.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah, man, stay for the whole stream.
And so last thing they're saying is there's still more to show, but that's all that they can show for now.
Yeah, if Sheba's not in here at some point, I will cry. I know I've threatened that a lot.
So
but
next,
I'm a teary person.
We're getting close to the end. So first we're going to talk about some new info for Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier. In a moment. So first we're going to talk about the closed beta. Some information. People are wondering when it's going to happen. And so in terms of when you can start signing up for the beta, it's going to be today,
yeah,
right after this stream.
Yeah. Can I go higher? Is there more? Oh, okay. Well, that's still pretty high. That's good.
Waiting for the slide with more details.
More details. Let's just put it up preemptively, man. Let's just jump on it.
Man, they're really good at holding the suspense. It's keeping me in suspense now.
I know, right? I'm gonna go get my cat. She keeps crying.
Okay, so now let's give some details about the closed beta.
Right now? Is it happening? I don't know.
She's mentioning the dates, but she's not showing the slide.
No.
So it's going to be right there we go. Okay, so now I can do it. So it's going to be, the beta period is going to be from June 1st through June 7th. The sign-up period is going to be today from 6 a.m. to May 27th, 8 p.m. PT. The sign-up method is going to be through Google Play. Disclaimer, so the sign-up method, this is different from the Japanese version. So for the English version, it's only going to be through Google Play and only the Android version, whereas the Japanese version is going to be Android and iOS. So unfortunately, for the English version, it's only going to be Google Play and only Android, and only US and Canada. And so then you can go to this site for some additional details. I think currently it will include some other information about the beta if it isn't updated already. And then we also have the official Twitter
はい
and
また先日、ファイナルファンタジー7ザ・ファーストソルジャー
website.
の公式ツイッターそしてディスコードを開
Hope
設
you'll follow it.
しました
I'm going to show it on screen even though I haven't shown it on yet, but there we go.
I actually think it's also a Moobot little thing, so he's just been cycling.
Right, so these are the social channels. So on Twitter, twitter.com/ffvii_fs_en, and the Discord is that link there. We do have it posted on social channels as well, where we'll announce future information about the first soldier.
Discord time. Actually, I'm gonna jump in there right now.
And so we're planning on releasing even more information up until the game's release and throughout the beta period. And so with that, we've reached the end, which means
Oh boy.
we'll be having new information for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. And so as soon as that video starts, Glacy and I are going to disappear forever.
Forever. No,
just
not
after this
forever.
stream. But so once they show it, I have to abruptly cut. And then after that, we're going to be ending the stream. So until that happens, thank you all for joining.
It's a lot of fun hanging
Not
out
sure
at
if we'll be
4
on for the next stream. We probably will be. But whenever that happens, you'll find out. So, everyone's super hyped for what Nomura-san is going to present. The guests are thanking the hosts for bringing them on.
If you guys are able to join the CBT, we highly recommend you do so. As you can see, it looks like a lot of fun, and your feedback will be greatly appreciated. Like, we want to make sure that, you know, this is the game that you want. This is the battle royale that you see yourself
We'll
in.
be reading your comments over here after the stream, so don't think that they're isolating you guys. So this is, again, the producer for Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, Shoichi Ichikawa-san, thanking everyone. Hope you'll look forward to playing The First Soldier. And Ashizawa-san is also thanking everyone.
That info is coming up very soon. And also, coincidentally, when you see it, that'll be the end of the stream. She needs like a pro gamer tag on the other side.
Soon. Almost at the new information.
Soon. I'm sorry we say that a lot, but it's like it's we need to say it. We can't be too specific.
And this is Butter-san, again the pro gamer. He plays PUBG Mobile for FEV Gaming.
He got his reputation restored. He rocked that second round.
And Tenkomori-san is just talking about how he felt so powerful when leveling up, but he didn't actually do much.
He's like if I were playing, that would exactly be me. Like, I'd spend too much time leveling and then get sniped across the map, and then here's my game.
And finally, some comments from Nomura-san. So Nomura-san was just talking about how he's reading. He is always reading all the comments.
He really does.
He really appreciates your feedback, and if you could play the beta and give your feedback there.
Like, I've actually seen Nomura-san be like so hands-on.
Just so that they can make this a game that the best game possible, so that you can really enjoy it.
Yeah, map, like, changing the scheme and the UI, a customizable UI is so great for
And so then they'll adjust the game as needed based on your feedback for your enjoyment. And then this is the thing you've all been looking forward to.
Here we go.
We're going to show the FF7 Remake Intergrade.
Is it happening? We're just going to randomly cut off, so it's like...
Comments, rather, from Nomura-san about it. Not yet.
I don't know what's happening. I'm literally in the same boat as chat. Like, I'm just waiting for you to pull the switch. Ooh, we can let the social team know if the slides should be up on Twitter, or yeah, that'd be really nice. So we can pass that along to the social team.
リメイク続編どうなんだと多分言われるだろうなと思って僕今朝ですね
Oh, this is so suspenseful. It's like waiting for just the cutoff, but you don't know when. I want to see the trailer.
多少なりともなん
I
か
want to see the info.
大ごとになってしまいまして各方面に
Just talking about how hard the team worked on.
さすがにそんなすごいこと言うつもりないよ結構頑張ってやってますぐらいのつもりだったんだけど、すごい
A lot of stuff they need to confirm.
Yeah, man. All sorts of confirmations.
さすがにの範囲が広すぎて俺もビビってしまうそんなにちょっと軽い気持ちで
I'm sorry, I'm reacting to another chat. My bad.
So yeah, people in chat and all over the internet are asking about comments about the next FF7 remake next episode. He wants to comment, but there are too many things to confirm.
Yeah.
So he can't really make any comments until those are confirmed.
You have to be careful with confirmations. I wouldn't be a CM if I didn't have at least 3 different chats open.
Just ask you all to wait a little longer for more information about that, about the next episode.
I miss the Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera community. What's up, guys? If you're here, it's been a while. It's been 2 months. We're taking it well, though.
この直後から始まる続編はこのインタグレードの直後から始まる物語でぜひこのインタグレードも
That's really all he said, basically. There's a lot he wants to say, but he can't give too much information about this, but we just to look forward to it. And now, finally, we're going to show the video.
Here we go. Bye, guys.
お別れとさせていただきます。皆様長時間のご視聴ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
お会いしましょう。
またお会いしましょう。
バイバイ。
あれもフィーラーなのか。
運命の番人らしくなってきたじゃねえか。
乗り越えよう。何？こっち来る？どれ？や？
何しやがった
忘れられない夜にしてやろう。
惨劇に踊れ。
さあ狩りを始めようか。
お前の力が必要だ、クラウド。共に運命に抗ってみないか。未来はお前次第だ。
その悪い知らせなんだけど、
一応聞こ
7番プレートを落とすって。
う。7番プレート落とす？
ねえ、これ食べて。ウータイ名物ダチャオ豆。はいはい。
退屈だったらコンドルフォートで遊ぶ？
コンドル？フォート？
お疲れ様。ウータイの忍びさん。
あの女兵器開発部門のスカーレット。メルフィーを殺した兵器を作った張本人。
これはね、私のアイデア満載の最新型バトルアーマー。いい思い出にしてね。誰にも話せないと思うけど。
はいはい。
行くわよ。
誰ですか？
僕の邪魔をするのは
何これ。
さあ楽しみましょうか。抑えきれない。受け取れ。
どうかしてるよ。